Yo, what's good? It's your boy Randy.
What's goody? It's your boy Byron, aka German Chocolate. How you living, man?
Man, we back, man. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Randy.
What's goody? It's your boy Byron, aka German Chocolate. How you living, man?
Man, we back, man. We got vent sessions going on, man. Basically, a brief introduction about vent sessions. Man, we just here to throw positivity in the air, spread the love. We not here to offend anybody. It's just our personal opinions, man. Some things that we done been through in our life that we feel like we can share and pass some knowledge on. Our basic target is we trying to anybody from the age 18 and on up. That's basically who we trying to impact. Man, we gonna come with a lot of great topics, man. I'm telling y'all. So if you're not listening now, you better get on it. You feel me?
Man,
But
I don't know what he talking about, but it's gonna be some things that we gonna say that's gonna offend people. And personally, I don't care because at the end of the day, you can take anything that somebody says with a grain of salt. Some facts are not all facts, if you know what I mean. So his truth might not be my truth, and my truth might not be his truth. But at the end of the day, some things that we say may or may not offend you. So we can't make any promises, but I promise you one thing. It's gonna be a great listen. So y'all tune in for the ride, man.
for sure, man. And look, man, we will be releasing some videos on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, man. So if you're not following us, man, definitely go follow us so you don't miss no episodes, no conversations. And if you got any questions or any suggestions of topics that you feel like we need to, talk about and maybe, express how we feel about it, hey, man, don't be shy. Send it in. We'll definitely talk about it when we get time. But man, tonight we got a banger. You know what I'm saying? Um, Tonight's topic is growing up in a single parent home versus a double parent home. Let that sizzle in your spirit real quick. Let that sizzle. Let that sizzle.
Sizzling.
Yeah, yeah. So man, I can speak on what I done been through. So me personally, I grew up with two parents in the household. Um, so I'm gonna talk about living with two parents, and Byron gonna talk about living with one. Like I said before, man, this is based off of what we experienced in our life, and that's how we gonna take it, man. But some facts that I have living in a two parent household is, I mean, of course you get to see both of your parents, on a daily. You growing up every morning, you seeing both of them. Um, I mean, my mom and my dad both, was married. Me and my brother growing up, so that's all we seen. When mama couldn't do it, daddy could do it. When we wanted something, I mean, if mama said no, and guess what? I'm gonna go. Daddy and go get it. Daddy was gonna make it happen, and then daddy said no. I was gonna go back. Um, but I never, I can't really talk on a single parent household just because I never experienced it. But I did see my boys go through it. A lot of my boys, grew up with in a single parent household. I mean, it has its pros, it has its cons. But I think we both, just looking at me and Byron, we both made it to a successful level. Um, on my standpoint, I went to North Greenville University, played football there, ended up graduating in 2018 with a Bachelor's of Science in Accounting. Both of my parents put me and my brother through school. I mean, I think the advantage that you have in a two parent household is double income. It's not hard.
That's definitely facts. Double income is a big thing that a single parent household doesn't have. Like I seen, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. So, as you know, I grew up in a single parent household, but the crazier thing is my mom is not a U.S. citizen. So, my mom has a green card. She's from Germany, so she's German, and the way that she was raised was completely different than how we were raised down here. Like she was raised in a lot of affluent areas. Like her mom and her dad were very very successful people in Germany. So whenever she moved down here, she had no idea of the different scarcities and the different things that she would have to go through raising two boys by herself. So crazy thing is, so I didn't know how bad my mama had it until I went to college my freshman year. So I went to Furman University on a full football scholarship to play linebacker. So I didn't know how bad my mom had it until my freshman year, whenever we had to fill out financial aid. First off, I didn't know what the hell financial aid was.
That's a fact, bro.
I had no
You know
idea
what I'm
what financial aid was. So I was like, what the hell is this? They said, you going to get back free money on full scholarship. I was like, shit, I fill it out. Okay, bet. So we was filling out the little information and stuff, and it said, your parents' salary. So I was like, damn, I don't even know what my mom makes. So I called my mom. I was like, yeah, mom, I need this information. Can you send it over to me? She was like, yeah, I'll send it over to you real quick. And then, so she ended up emailing me her information. And I looked at how much she made a year. I was like, boy, what the fuck? I said, how the hell did we live off of this? Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. My mom only made $25,000 a year raising me and my brother. And if you see me and my brother in real life, you would see how big we are. We are some big ass boys.
He ain't lying.
Some big ass boys. And that thing just like, it set in real deep for me, because I was like, how in the hell did my mom raise us off of $25,000? And like we might not have had everything that everybody else had, but shit, we ain't go hungry. Like we had the essentials basically. Like shit, it was hard sometimes, but we had the essentials. And I was like, damn, that's crazy to see how much one person can do or one person can hide from somebody. Like it's even crazier stories about like some of the things that I done witnessed with my mom and how hard she grinded by herself. Like basically she had to be the father and the mother in our relationship, because I'm not gonna lie, me and my dad, and we don't really have that close a relationship. Like yeah, we're cooler now because I'm older and I'm starting to realize like different things that he wasn't given as a child, so it kind of reciprocated down to us. So it's just different things that we didn't get, that he is learned to grow and give to his kids that we have now with my little brother and sister. But my mom showed some true resiliency, man. Like me and my brother, like we wasn't the easiest to raise, because we gave her hell. Like we gave her a lot of hell, but just seeing her grind her behind off. She worked at it's a little Blimpie and Gaston. She worked at a little Blimpie and Gaston on top of she worked at a little Blimpie and Gaston on top of working at this company called Premier Graphics, where she was just a graphic designer. And when I tell you that little woman was moving around, like she would always have anything that we needed. Like she would always bust her behind for it. And I can only imagine some of the stress that she went through, like getting us everything that we needed, like playing football all the time, taking us to practice. Like it's some crazy stories that she done told us that I ain't even realize. Like one time we she didn't have the money to either sign us up for football or pay the light bill, right? So she ended up signing us up for football instead of paying the light bill. And I was like, why the hell we with candles? She was like, oh yeah, the power went out. She wouldn't even tell us that she ain't pay the power bill. But now getting older, she told us. I was like, dang, that's crazy. But it's just certain sacrifices that single parents have to make that, in all actuality, I don't believe that they should have to make if we had a 2-parent household. So yeah, shout out to all the single mothers out there, single fathers, because there's some single fathers out there that's doing that thing too. So I'm not going to exclude you guys from this.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I know, man. Me and my brother growing up, bro. Like, man, and if y'all don't know, me and Byron, we been homeboys from Yay High to the Grasshouse.
Since I moved back from Germany, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So like we done seen it all, you know what I'm saying? So, blood couldn't make us any thicker for real. But I know growing up, me and my brother, you know what I'm saying, my twin at that, man, I ain't gonna say we had everything, because we didn't. I remember growing up, I used to see everybody walking around with the J's, and that was one thing that I was big on. I always wanted nice shoes, nice Jordans, but it was like having a twin brother and living in a 2-parent household, it has its downfalls too, but at the same time it's a lot of positivity that came out of it, because I had to share with my brother, so a lot of things that my mom couldn't get, my dad made sure we had got it. I think, when we was going off to school, we had to fill out the FAFSA. I think we just used my mama income just because my daddy was making too much. You know, he was working that new core building system, man.
Big
and,
bank.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie, like, bro, like
Big
doing
bank.
his taxes, bro, and I seen how much he brought in one year. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna say this, like, we struggled a little bit, but we didn't struggle as hard as I could say like how Byron them did. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, we didn't go without lights. We didn't, you know, we always had food in the house. As much as these boys used to come over and, you know, eat out in the kitchen.
Let me tell you, boy. I used to come
But-
to their house. Bro, let me, Miss Nancy. That's his mama's name. We used to knock on the door, be like, "Hey, Miss Nancy, how you doing?" Boy, the first thing we did was go to the refrigerator.
Go to the refrigerator.
All I hear is, "Man, bro, you always come here eating our food."
All y'all boys used to do that, though, bro. Like all
Bro,
the
for
Jones,
real,
all
man.
y'all boys. But it was just like I think, man, like having my boys come around and like being in that 2-parent household, bro, it kind of helped out a lot too. Because I remember we used to take them boys from practice, used to pick them up all the time to try and help them out. And I think that's just that's just a village thing, you know, a community thing, bro. You know, I like we seen it, but at a young age we didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Until like now, like how important it is now, knowing that, you know, I got three young kids. I mean, Byron got one, and you know, one. Well, I ain't even gonna say one because he got two right now and another one on the way. But you know, now you see the importance with us being older now, how important it is to have, you know, a 2-parent household, bro. I mean, and now don't get me wrong, like some situations, you know, kind of part their ways or whatever. But, you know, I would say if you could co-parent, bro, that's the best thing that you could possibly do. Definitely growing up. And it's not, I ain't even saying like, you know, you got to give, you know, your significant other or, you know, the mother of your child a lot of money. But it's like some things, it's hard, bro. Like being a single parent, trying to, you know, sacrifices and trying to make sure the water on, make sure the lights gotta be on, trying to make sure, you know, they make it to school, or, you know, am I gonna be off in time to pick them up from school? Exactly. So like it's a lot that comes with it, and you know what I'm saying. Like where we from, we was a community, bro. So like anytime anybody needed help, that's what we did. I remember plenty of nights these boys used to come over, stay the night. Man, mom used to wake up, cook breakfast for all of us.
For real.
Like,
and so it's not necessarily just the money aspect from a single parent household. For me, it's more so of having somebody that's going to be a role model there for you. Like me, for example, like I had to be the man of the house. From like me and my brother was teaching each other stuff that we shouldn't have to teach her, like the sex talk, or like just teaching each other about girls, or teaching each other how to carry ourselves as young men, because it was a lot of different situations where like we had no idea about nothing. Like we had no idea about nothing. Like I promise you, I ain't know how to spit no game. I ain't know how to do nothing.
What you mean? You still don't know how to shoot no game, bro?
You damn right. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. But shoot, man, it's just crazy. Like I honestly thank God that whenever we moved back from Germany, that I started getting into football, because the football coaches became like my father figures. Like bro. They pushed us hard. They loved on us. They taught us different life lessons, not only on the football field, but they taught us different life lessons outside of the football field, like how to begin to carry yourself, how to grind for stuff, like how to work to where you can set your family up for success. And that's stuff that I never really got in my mother's household. It's not knocking her, it's just because she didn't know how to raise two, let's just say this factually, two black men in the South. My mom is not accustomed to none of that stuff. Like I said earlier, she's from a completely different country where, she had to experience some different type of racism because my mom was a mixed lady in Germany, but it has no amount of stress and different situations that we had to put up with being black men in the South. So she didn't really know how to raise us in the South, but she did the best that she could. So she really leaned on the coaches as well. Like if we didn't do good in school or we got in trouble, boy, they would run the dog hell out of us. But if you know me, I don't care if I play football in college or not. Well, I hate running. That's one of the things I do. I hate running. I hate running. So that's some of the stuff that we got from the coaching aspect, like the different type of tough love that we got, because don't get me wrong, we
bro,
got tough love from a single mom, but it's only so much that a mother can do for a child, and vice versa. Like if you're a father raising a child by yourself, like it's only so much that you can do as well. Like if you have a daughter, there's no way you can teach your daughter, no matter how much research you do, no matter how many situations you've been in with women, there is no way you can compare to a mother teaching her daughter like how to do her hair, or
Facts,
how to
bro.
deal with a menstrual cycle, or how to deal with boy trouble. Like yeah, you can teach her how to deal with boy trouble, but only from a male's perspective. Like you gotta think about it. Like if a mom's teaching her daughter how to deal with males from a woman's perspective, then she will have like a complete picture of it if both of you guys are teaching her from both perspectives, and then she can come up with a middle ground for it. So
yeah, that's very true, bro, and I agree. And another thing too, bro, like it's hard. Like my significant other, my soon to be wife, shout out to her. She a great mother to my kids and everything, man. But bro, like I know she grew up in a single parent household. It was her brother, and her mama. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my mother-in-law, man. I mean, she really a trooper. I can't say that. She made a beautiful woman. A very independent woman. But bro, I feel like not having a male role model in the home, it kind of it's bad, because how can the female be able to love or be able to feel love by a male, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, if it's a mom raising a son, how can she teach her son to love, like, you know what I'm saying, she's supposed to be loved. She's struggling, crying here every day and night.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know growing up, I seen my mom and my dad, they love on each other, and still to this day, you know what I'm saying, I still see stuff, how my dad still be loving on my mom. And bro, like, and I feel like, bro, that plays a big factor into how people grow up in, in the world, bro, because I can't love nobody if I don't know what love is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and I tend to run into those situations right now with my fiance, but you know what I'm saying, it's a climb, you know what I'm saying? Like we getting better, but at the same time, I know, her past background. I know what she done been through.
But how can you expect any difference from a single parent household? Because okay, so say a mother is raising a daughter, right?
Right.
She's gonna teach her daughter to be what?
Independent.
She's gonna teach her daughter to be independent.
Right.
She's not gonna need for nobody.
Right.
Like she's not gonna need none of that stuff. That's what a single parent household is teaching. Yeah, you're not gonna need nobody else. You need to rely on yourself, and that's what started to instill in us when at a young age, and that's what I think is the difference between this generation and last generation. Last generation, I'm not gonna say it's all peaches and cream. Like you had a lot of unhappy marriages, but at the same time, you still have both parents in the household who gave you like some type of lesson or some type of love. Either the father give you some type of hard love, or the mother give you the nurturing love. Like at least you got both. But now it's starting to come to where you have single mothers and single fathers raising children, and they're only getting one side of it. So of course it's going to make you be like, dang, I got to be independent. And that's something that was instilled in my head, and that's some of the blockers that I have with relationships. Because if something don't go the way that I think it's supposed to go, because me personally, like my mom taught me how to be independent. She taught me how to cook, clean.
Yeah.
She's like, no woman ain't gonna never have to do nothing for you. You gonna know how to do all this stuff so you can do it by yourself. So that's her teaching me to be independent. And that's one thing that is like starting to get older. I'm having to learn how to kind of adjust from it. Not saying that she was wrong for teaching me that way, but in order for me to be my full potential of being a husband, be my full potential of being a great father, like I have to embrace all of that difference and different things that she taught me how to be and how not to be. Like I have to embrace that, hey, maybe I have to start leaning for help, or maybe I can ask for help and stop being so prideful. Because I'm a very prideful, and I'm a Capricorn too, so I'm stubborn as hell. Like I'm real stubborn. So that's a big thing that I feel like the difference between a single parent household and the two parent household. Like single parents are going to teach you to be independent, teach you how to grind because that's all they're accustomed to. That's all I see my mama do is grind and bust her behind off.
Right.
Not saying that two parent households don't do that, but when you only seeing one parent grind and bust their behind off and do everything for you, like it instills that. For me, it instilled that work ethic. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this because if I don't, then I'm not gonna have nothing. So that's just how it was growing up in a single parent household for me, and it's a lot crazier things that I've seen.
Right, right. I mean, like he said, man. You know, in a 2-parent household, yeah, you still learn how to be independent because I know my mama taught me and my brother how to cook and everything. And, you know, how to defend for each other. But at the same time, like I also seen my dad, you know what I'm saying, pay the bills. You know what I'm saying. I also seen my mom pay the bills. So it's like it's different. You know what I'm saying, with a single parent because they gotta make sacrifices. Now, don't get me wrong. In a 2-parent household, they do make sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Because it done been plenty of times where I done seen, my mama wanted something, or my daddy wanted something, or they wanted to go somewhere on their anniversary, and we had to go travel for football for the county. So she made sure, that me and my brother had all our money paid up and everything to be able to experience those things, like go down to Daytona and, and sacrifice and play football and watch us play. So I mean, it's I think they both kind of relate to each other, but at the same time they don't. I think growing up, me and Byron now, man, and he may be still struggling with some of the things with being in a single parent household, and I may be, and I'm also I'm not perfect. I'm growing up, I'm trying to figure out some things and how to be okay with not really like trying to be independent by myself, like trying to figure out how to do things by myself. Because hell, it's times now and then I'll be like, man, I ain't trying to do this, baby. Can you help me do this shit? Like, bro, that's just how it is, bro.
That shit is growth.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's growth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, if you ain't growing, then what you doing? You know?
Exactly.
So it's a beautiful thing because not only did we both go off to great institutions and graduated. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of people that have been in a single household and they don't even go to college. They don't even do half the things that we do, man. I can honestly say that definitely, like where we coming from, man. We done seen a lot of boys that was top notch in sports and didn't even didn't even make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. It's all about damn mentality.
Yeah, bro. So it's like. And I think, growing up, like Byron has said, man, playing county and everything, when we, Coach Zach, Coach Mike, Coach Gummy, all them boys, they kind of,
Coach Doug, yeah. Row, yeah.
Coach Doug, like them boys, you know what I'm saying, they installed, like, they instilled in us, like, yo, be better, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, try and, make something of yourself. And I think, you know what I'm saying, like he said, those, find you a mentor, man. Definitely, man, you young black men out there, find your mentor that can actually guide you and show you the ropes and everything. And the same thing with our young black queens, man. Find you a mentor that's a great black woman that can teach you the ropes, teach you about everything that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, how to get through in the society that we going through right now.
You hit that right on the head.
Yeah, bro.
Like finding you a mentor, because I remember shoot, when we first moved to Germany, like we didn't have nothing. Like I said, I grew up in a single parent household, so my mom was trying to find any way for us to get a meal or like just get anything. We struggled a lot when we first moved to Germany. Like we struggled so much to the point where we had to live in a homeless shelter. Like we was living in a homeless shelter for months. And when I tell you, that's probably one of the worst memories that I have of Germany is living in that homeless shelter, because like people was doing drugs, shooting up needles, like people was stealing each other food. It was crazy. Like it's so much crazy stuff that I remember from being in Germany. And for me, like instead of being confused, like I wasn't really confused. I was just I don't know what to call it, but I was like start filling up with anger, because I'm like, why are we going through this?
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't say confused, but I was just more so like, damn, like is this how my life is going to be? So I don't know. My defense mechanism has always been anger. So that's one of the things that I'm thankful for whenever I move back, because football and the coaching mentors, they help me tame my anger slowly but surely, because I had so much anger built up from just the different circumstances of my life. Like, dang, my dad don't want me. Like,
Right,
my mom
bro.
has to do all this. Like, what can I do to
That's
help my mom out? What can I do to help my brother? Like, me and my brother would sit up all night watching kung fu movies, like just thinking about different ways of how we can make money. Or like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It got so bad, bro. Me and my brother, while my mom went to a job interview in Germany, you know, it's not really that many black people in Germany. Well, at the time that we were there, it was like Africans, but it's not really that many black people. So you can tell the difference between African and like actual black people. So me and my brother, we was sitting outside the store when my mom, when my mom was going for a job interview. And my brother was like, shoot, man, I'm hungry, bro. Like, what we gonna do for money? I was like, shit, you see these people on the side of the road, they holding their hand out. I was like, shit, we gonna hold our damn hand out. So we sat on the damn side of the side of the building. We was holding our hand out. We was saying, ich habe Hunger, which means in Germany, which means we hungry. We have, and real translation means we have hunger. So people was walking by, they was giving us coins. They was like, oh, y'all want something to eat? It's like, no, we just need the money so we can go get something to eat. Bro, when I tell you, me and my brother racked up like 20 or 30 year, boy, we was right. My mom was like, where the hell y'all get all this money from? We was like, shoot, we was just holding our hand out. Like, we didn't know that was begging, but like, we was like, shoot, they making money like that, we can make money like that too.
right,
So
bro.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how like having mentors and having somebody that you can actually vent to helps you out a lot from coming from a single parent household. Because I didn't really have nobody to vent to. Like, I had my friends, but they really didn't like, of course when you young you don't really understand, like, okay, yeah, he going through it bad. Like, they're not adults. Like, we all confused at the same time. Like, yeah, we talking, but we ain't talking about like how the impact of like a male figure who's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, how they've already been through life and how they're going through life as well. So they can give you different pointers and different tips of just like how you can carry yourself, how you can release some of that anger. And that's really what led me, like, that's really why I started loving football, is because shoot, I can hit the mess out of somebody and I wouldn't get in trouble for it. So that's really why I started loving football. And then honestly, they started teaching me to harness, like tame my anger, and then start teaching me how to become more of a man slowly but surely. And that's why it's important to make sure you have mentors, especially if you're struggling with, like, if you're struggling, you have a lot of questions or concerns. Like, it's okay to ask questions.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. Like, don't suffer in
suffer,
silence.
yeah,
Because I did that a lot. My brother did that a lot. Like, we suffered in silence because we wasn't understanding that we could ask people questions.
Right.
So if you feel like you're in that situation that, you know, you confused or you don't really know, like, I don't know what origin you coming from or wherever your problems are coming from, like, just ask questions. Like, ask questions to your mom, ask questions to like somebody who's been through similar situations that you feel like you can trust, because ultimately trust is a big thing. So start building those relationships, and that's that's a big thing.
That's facts, bro. And that's good. I'm glad you said that, bro, because a lot of people don't know which way to turn, bro. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just at that dead end, bro, and just, you know, just stuck. And, you know, I feel like, you know, that leads to a lot of, you know, bad decisions. But, bro, I remember growing up, all them boys used to think me and my brother had everything. Like, always.
Everything.
We ain't had everything. They used to think we had everything, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mama, you know, taught us, like, never look down on nobody that's coming from a different situation. You know what I'm saying? You always treat them the same regardless, you know what I'm saying? So, like, any time them boys just come over, like, you know, anything we had, we made sure they had it too. And, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what really drew, you know, we all grew up together and, you know, still talk to this day, bro. Trying to make sure, you know, we all good. Because I know if I'm struggling with something, I can easily call Byron and be like, yo, hey, I'm dealing with this. And, like, we'll figure that shit out. He'll help me figure that shit out. So it's like, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, we both, because we both did grow up kind of in different scenarios, but we both came from a low area at the same time. So it was like, we was there, fighting for, trying to get out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like them boys my brothers, man, to this day. And, like I was saying, I can call on them. But I think, man, like he was saying, please reach out. You know what I'm saying? Find your mentor, bro, because that's the biggest thing that you can do to get on the right path if you're going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like he said, he dealt with a lot of anger. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a lot of, situations in a single, like with a mother raising, a male figure in the household. You know what I'm saying? They deal with a lot of anger because it's like, why my daddy don't want me? Where my daddy at? You know what I'm saying?
Biggest
So
question.
like, that's real big. You know what I'm saying? So like, find you somebody that can, retrain your mind to think the right way, because when you think negative things happen, it lead to other situations, bro, that you can't get yourself out of possibly. So
Exactly.
man,
That shit, bro. Thinking back about it now, it's so crazy. I didn't even realize we was this broke until I got the damn Furman.
what you mean,
Bro,
bro?
I didn't realize
bro,
bro, let me tell you, where we from, it's nothing but like trailers, like small houses.
Yes,
I was like, oh shit, this is the norm, bro. When I got to Furman University, oh my God. This is the first conversation that I had when I got to Furman University. Like, and this is still on topic of like growing up in 2-parent household versus single parent household, because 90% of Furman population grew up in a double parent wealthy household. Yeah. And when I say wealthy, I mean very, very wealthy. Yes. So
sign a check right then and there, bro.
Bro, people paying their kids tuition like for the whole 4 years.
Bro.
The first conversation I had, like not had, but overheard when I was sitting down is, my dad sold his computer company for $432 million. I said, what? I looked back, I said, what?
Ain't never heard of
$432 million? That junk was crazy. And like me, just like meeting the people that I met at Furman, like some of my friends that I played football with at Furman, and they both had like very affluent, like 2-parent households to where both of their parents was making great money, and I went to some of their houses. I was like, bro, what? I'm living in a damn mansion. Like, I'm spending the night in the mansion. I would call my brother. I'm like, bro, like we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. Like I had no idea we was that fucking poor, bro, until I went to that school. So it's crazy.
That's a fact, bro.
It's crazy how the power of two can make a dream into a reality. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm not saying that all of their parents came from wealth, but if two like-minded people who come from single parent, double parent, it doesn't matter. If y'all both have that same grind and that same ambition to where you come from, like, it's amazing the things that can happen. That's bro. The 2-parent household, man.
That's real. Nah, I can't say this, like, piggybacking off of what he said, you know what I'm saying? My parents wasn't that wealthy, you know what I'm saying? We was growing up in the house that my mama and her siblings grew up in.
They had laminate floors,
bro.
Nice refrigerator all filled, boy.
Man, lying, man. I'm telling you, but I'm talking about in the 3-bedroom house and 2 baths. But man, all us everybody grew up in that. We talking about the house that my granddaddy built from scratch. You know what I'm saying, from the ground up. Yeah. So and we still stand in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Yeah, like the first car that I ever seen my mama drive was an old school night. I think it probably was a '96, bro. But it was one of those Ford. I'm talking about little car, bro. It wasn't nothing crazy. I remember my daddy having a Thunderbird. You know what I'm saying? Like what the hell is? A lot of people don't even know what a Thunderbird is. Like, but I remember like growing up seeing that shit, bro. And it's like, the very first luxury car that my peoples ever had when I seen was when my mama pulled up with that Yukon, bro. Boy. And it was like, seeing that, it was like, damn, who that? You know what I'm saying? Like bro, that's some luxury shit.
I felt like we all won when she got that car. Bro, we rode in that car so much,
bro, everywhere. Like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, we all, like, when she pulled up and we all would just hop in, bro. Like, that just, it just made you feel like you was on top. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, a Yukon, man, that ain't shit. Like, but
y'all got to see this Yukon.
But us, man, that shit was like, we was in a limousine, bro. So it was different, bro. And like I said, my mama, she work at the school now, but before she went to the school, she was working at a mattress complex. I mean, a mattress facility. So you know what I'm saying. So like, she had money, but it was like she didn't have as much as my daddy had.
Yeah.
And hell, shit, my daddy, he probably didn't have much either, but to us, he had a lot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, tell them about some of the different things that, like, growing up with a dad in your household, like some of the different things that you got taught taught from your dad.
So like the thing that me like going into sports, bro. So like Byron said, like growing up with my dad, bro. Me and my brother started playing baseball, sports, and everything at a young age, like at 4. So like we knew how to go out and throw a football. We knew how to go out and hit a baseball and what I'm saying, stuff like that. We knew like if we fell and scratched our knee, boy, if you don't get up, you'll be alright.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like we learn that tough love, but we learn love at the same time. So it's like it was teaching us to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and not saying it ain't no females that's out there that's what I'm saying, teaching their kids how to play sports or anything like that. But I know, like from my ass point, like me and my brother, we learned at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like how to really defend for ourselves as in a man point of view. And not, you know what I'm saying, don't back down. Don't let nobody talk to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand up for yourself. So, like, it was just different. Like, having a daddy there, like, knowing that, okay, if I'm dealing with a female problem, I'm going to go to my pops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, pops, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, even when we first had the, you know what I'm saying, the conversation about sex, bro, it's like, all right, hey, y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, wrap it up. Now, don't get me wrong, my cousin B and Corey don't talk, me and my brother, all that shit. But it was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, you need to put on your raincoat.
You want to know what my mama, what my mama did to us?
Bro.
She threw a pack of condoms. She said, here you go. I said, what the hell is this? What the hell are we supposed to do with this?
Bro, so
it was crazy.
Yeah, bro. So, like, we learned, my pops taught us all that shit, bro. Like, just telling us, like, okay, how it's going to be growing up as a black male in this society. You know what I'm saying? How people going to look at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow up and stand on your one, but at the same time be polite, be respectful. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and it balls back to, you have to be. I think my dad was, hard in certain situations. Man, I remember now one day I think Robbie ended up doing something on the front porch, bro, with a skateboard. And my daddy was like, ended up taking off his belt and was beating him, bro. Like, he had did something, and it was just like, yeah, it felt like, man, he always beating us. Like, like growing up, it's like, man, I'm gonna whip daddy ass when you get older. When I get older, I'm gonna whip daddy ass, bro. But it's like, you never wanted to take that step because he's like, damn, I can't really fuck with him because I don't know.
I'm about to say, man,
So
that's
like,
one man I would not, boy. Your dad was crazy, boy.
But so it's like, and I seen it, and then it's like, he raised his voice, so it's like, damn, make you feel belittled. Like, damn, like, he the alpha male, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be, I remember my daddy, he used to walk around shirt off. Like, anytime Robbie used to walk around, boy, you better put your shirt back on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, it's just that thing, bro, being dominant. So it's like, we learned all that through my daddy. Like, and like I was saying, in a 2-parent household, that's what you learn. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no sitting in the house, her learning how to, cook and do that. Like, if anything, we going out fishing, you gonna clean the fish, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Stuff like that. Yep. So, like, that's the thing too, bro. So what about you? What you know what I'm saying, your mama taught you as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, being a man? Because I know she taught you some type of, you know what I'm saying, something to look towards.
Yeah, well, one thing that my mom always taught me was how to be respectful towards a woman. Yeah, like, she taught me how to be a man from a woman's perspective. So women need nurturing. They need somebody to care for them, somebody to provide for them. So she was teaching me all of those aspects of, like, making sure that you treat a woman with respect, making sure that that you make sure that she's secure in every different aspect. And so she was just teaching us, making sure we open the door for women. If we go on a date, we pay for the first date. Like, still to this day, I still open the door for women. I still pay for the date on the first date, because that's what I was taught by my mom, is how to be chivalrous.
Right.
I don't know if you youngins know what chivalrous mean or being chivalry,
Yeah.
but like to treat a woman like a woman, to treat her with love, kindness and affection, like just
compassion,
how to
bro.
exactly. So that's mostly what my mama taught us, and she taught us not to put up with nobody crap either. Like my mama was a little thug now. Don't let her little size fool you.
Yeah,
Like she would
yeah.
jack us up if we ever got out of line. But she taught us how to be a man from a woman's perspective, not
Yeah.
necessarily like doing all the masculine things. Like I had to learn how to change a tire by myself, like different stuff. Like
yeah, bro.
I didn't really
tough.
know how to do, like, shoot, the first time I ever changed oil on my car was your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad was like, all right, I'm gonna teach y'all how to change oil on the car. I was like, shoot, okay, bet. So it's just like different things that she taught us compared to what a man actually taught us. Not saying that she did it wrong, but she did it to the best of her ability. And just like having your dad around, like having the coaches around, like just seeing, like not necessarily having like those intimate conversations with them, but like just seeing how they carried themselves and seeing how they went about their business. Like that's one thing that I always took pride in. I was like, okay, man, they gonna stand up straight. They gonna make sure if they mess up, they take it to the chest. Like they not just gonna run away from it. Like running will not save you. You got to see it through.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Shout out to the bros. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's real though. Like cause I remember now, like at a young age, like probably I want to say maybe like 10, 11, bro. I seen my daddy dropping engines out the car and shit. Like, yo, come over here, hand me this. You know what I'm saying? This ratchet, or hand me this screwdriver or flathead. And it's like, yo, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
So it's like you learn how to you know what I'm saying, to become a man with, you know what I'm saying, your father. Now, don't get me wrong, like when it came to the love and everything, like I'm gonna go to mama. Like mama know how to, you know what I'm saying, what it's like to show that love, that unconditional love. So that's where you learn that from. But yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. Like sitting here and just think about like all the stories and everything that we done been through, like, and the experiences, bro. That's deep, bro.
Yeah, bro. We can be here for days talk about this junk,
bro.
Like, man.
But man, it's like I said, bro. Like, stay tuned, bro. Event sessions is about to be fire, bro. Like, and like I said, if you ain't following us, man, go follow us for sure. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on Facebook. We're gonna be on Instagram, bro. And you know, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we'll be on some other big apps and stuff that y'all can listen to. But you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Randy. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got to get up for work in the morning.
You feel me? We still work now.
Yeah, bro. But you know what I'm saying? We still gonna make it happen, bro, to vent, bro. Because I think it's a good thing that we coming in and letting, you know, all this, you know, energy and all this stuff that we got piled up, bro, and out, bro. So
I'm gonna need y'all to take a deep breath. Breathe out. There you go. This your first episode of Vent Sessions, man. We'll catch y'all on the next episode. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll holla at y'all. Deuces.